That's right, Smokey's back. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, we just thought we'd come out today and just get some fresh air with no expectations, obviously. Claremont videos are coming up, guys, so don't miss those. In the meantime, we're just going to do a little bit of an update here in Warwick and have a few talks, see if we can get a bit out here today as well. So we'll see what happens. I don't generally like to get political because I'm a big believer that there's no right or wrong when it comes to learning our trade, so to speak. We're not trying to say that by any means that our way is correct, but it's right for us, and that's what we like to do. So on the subject of sensitivity, mostly talking about the 6000 because that's what we're going to be using here in Warwick. We could talk all day on sensitivity and what some people think is the right way and what's wrong, and generally my thought on sensitivity is going to depend on how much you're really trying to find what gold's left. So if you're in an area where there's plenty of gold, then a lower sensitivity is going to save you a lot of time in digging, and you're generally just going to dig targets rather than ground noise and all the rest of it. But here in Warwick, and this is where we're cutting our teeth predominantly, sensitivity for me and for us is important for our confidence. So confidence meaning we're going to go past the areas and what other people have detected with the 6000, because as you guys know, it's a really responsive machine. But on top of that, if you push the sensitivity, you're going to hear a lot of noises, and not just softer targets, but a lot of ground noise. So this is where the contention, I think, comes up. A lot of people think you should be running a lower sensitivity because you're not going to be digging a lot of ghost targets, and that's true. When I'm searching for gold here in Warwick, a lot of the times it's on ground that's been heavily worked, and you're trying to ring your machine to its absolutely ability to find you something. However, on an average day out here, given dry conditions, I'm probably going to be scratching 20 sounds to what turns into one target out of those 20. So it is a lot of work, and most guys out there would just go, you know what, I'm not bothering with those 0.1s anyway. And I understand that concept, but when you're trying to get a bit of gold, and that's what we come here for, any size to most of you guys you'd be quite content in finding it. Those guys at the pinnacle, I understand, walk over 0.1s, 0.2s, they're not interested, and I understand that. But Joe and I, we're still green, and at the end of the day, a bit of gold for us, particularly in Warwick, is like a win. We don't care how big it is, as long as we can find something. So sensitivity is important to us, as long as you can maintain the concentration with your threshold. Can you sustain listening to that threshold? And for Smokey, when I'm fresh, first part of the day, I can generally listen to it. And yes, I do scratch a lot of targets, but I'm at the hope that I'm going to pick up that sound that no one else has heard. And to do that, for me, I want to ring the machine as much as I can. I've found a bit of gold in 9, and I've switched it back to a lower sensitivity, and it disappeared completely. That's my experience with my machine. Each machine might be different, and this is where I say that there's no right and wrong. Some people think lower sensitivity is great, but again, it depends on the area you're detecting, what you're trying to achieve. There's so many different variables. So when you're really struggling to get a target, my thought process is you got to do is whatever you can to get it. So there's no right and wrong way, just have fun. So anyway, wonder how Joe's going over there. Let's go and have a look. That's right.
Definitely not gold because I can't see anything.
No. Another bit of rust. Yep.
Makes such a nice noise.
You're cleaning the bush.
Oh no.
That's right. So down to the harder stuff now. I thought might quickly switch on and switch off. Come back when it's in the scoop. Oh, it's a kindy. It's a kindy. Squash him. Oh, look. Look. Oh, yeah. What? This 6000. gold for sure. Look at it. Look how deep that is. And that was off the bottom. That's, how far would that be? 150? Oh man. Here you go, Joe. Craziness. So, rudely interrupted by the GoPro battery, unfortunately, in the middle of Smokey's dig there, and I'd had the machine 5 minutes, got it off Joe, and just lucky enough, walk over a target, and as you've seen, it was gold. Went to the car to get another battery. By the time I come back, Joe's on another bit, and of course it's a bigger one, Joe, isn't it? And I just raked this area, and you can see her little scratchy there. And we might have another little target here, but just wanted to show you my first hole. I will fill it in. You can see that's got to be 175 probably. It pretty much did come out of the bottom, so conservative we call it 150, but it's tiny, it's below 0.1. Don't know if you guys can make that out, but straight through there. See a dog? So obviously a wild dog. If you guys are out here by yourself, there is a lot of wildlife around. See a lot of pig work in the gullies and stuff like that. Just be aware that there are wild dogs out here and pigs and whatever. But you should have smelt us because he's downwind there. So.
Well, he came across from here,
Yeah.
sniffed around there, and then it's taken off.
But anyway,
Fine.
we're on a patch.
Yeah.
After all that gas bagging today with no expectations, coming out thinking we're probably not going to get one. It's been action packed.
I've just had some lunch. Smokey's on the detector. And he's got a target. Oh, I can hear it.
Huh.
Can we hear it?
Is that gold? No.
Yeah.
What? Pretty much you can see that. That's just like not very sexy looking sort of bottom at all. Well, it is hard, but you know, that's just off an old timer's pile. And pretty bright, easy to sort of get at the top. So yeah, happy with that one. I like the ones you don't think's going to be gold. It's gold.
It's extra surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, this day keeps on going. That's 3 for the day. We've only been here, what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
2 hours? 3 hours?
They're about 3. Yeah.
1 machine, 2 people, 3 bits. That's right.
Mine's the biggest, by the way.
Ah!
We'll see on the way up, I suppose.
Your turn now. Now I find a bit and Joe gets it and she gets the big bit. I said, oh, these trees here look pretty good. Try that area. It's not what you know, it's where you go. That's right. I like that saying because we're long enough into it now to know that at the start we were a comedy team. There's no doubt about it. And to those that have been doing it 10 years, we're probably still a comedy team. But we've improved. That's the main thing. And we're still having fun.
Yeah.
Which is the most important thing.
Yep. Definitely.
Don't know where that voice come from, but anyway. Joe's turn. We're going to end this video. Here you go. Oh, you don't want the pick? Oh, you want the machine. Oh, yeah. Right.
Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, you look like a Ninja Turtle. Here you go, mate. Lost the machine again. I've had it for about, maybe about half an hour, I suppose. Keep finding bits and having to
My turn.
give it up.
Smokey's got a good signal here.
Bottom stuff too.
Getting down into the nice
Beautiful.
rock.
Hopefully it's
Dry.
still in there. Still in there. Towel. It's got to be gold.
Screamer.
I mean, it's possible lead shot can get in that, but it does sound like a lead shot. but because it come off the bottom, it's got to be gold. That's right. Nice bit. Wow. Save the best till last, Smokey. That's right. We're on a heater. Look at that bit. Look at the feel of that one. Should be 0.2. But you'd expect the 6000 to get that at that depth, like you're only looking at maybe 100, possibly a little over. Nice signal from the top. What I mean by nice is just light, not screaming at you like it's junk on the surface. So definitely intrigued. And once you get into that, like once you're into this stuff, I would say 8 to even 9 times out of 10 it's gold, like just all day long, because that's what you find it in here. That, I don't know what they call it, pipe clay, or when you see the gravels coming out and then you see that white stuff, all day long. 9 out of 10, 8 to 9 out of 10, let's say 85%. But we can get these little bits. Very rarely do we come out now and not get a bit.
Yeah, I know,
but it's nice. Not what you know, it's where you go. The experience is starting to pay off. You've seen it before a million times. You're looking around, you look at the trees, you're beginning to get a database in your mind of where the gold normally is, and you just follow it. And it becomes instinct. And I remember talking to Logan White at the start, and he used to say, oh, yeah, it's I just go for a walk. Well, you know what? When you become like proficient at something, it just feels like you're going for a walk. But there's certain things that just guide you into the direction that you end up going, and it becomes second nature that you end up just walking in that direction. Now for Logan, it feels like he's just going for a walk. But for me, I'm using that data and I'm thinking, where have I found it before? I'm still in the green zone, and I'm going, I found it here, I'm gonna go and have a look there. Whereas Logan, he just walks there. You know, he does it without thinking, and eventually we'll get there. But this is why it's so important to document our journey, because you guys can learn with us along the way. Whereas Logan, although he's a great teacher, he's an amazing prospector, he can't teach you as he goes. He can't teach you the mistakes because he doesn't make any. We make them all the time. So
yeah, he's advanced. Yeah, Tic Tacs.